Been gone for a little minute. Ain't did no video, but quick something I want to share real quick. I wanted to just share some of my insight on the new movie that just came out, the Ant-Man quantum-mania. It's a lot of details in there, a lot of signs, a lot of information in there. You know, a lot of metaphysics, a lot of, the movie says, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that's explaining quantum reality. And one of the things that I wanted to let's get right into it. One of the scenes that really popped out was towards the end when he got into the storm. You know, there was a little orb, a little ball that she trapped the villain in. I forget his name, but gotta watch it more times to get the characters. I was paying attention to other shit, but she trapped the villain, you know, and that was like where he needed to get his power from, or he needed to power that down to, you know, get into the other worlds. But nevertheless, what there was, she trapped all of his possibilities in there. You know what I mean? Quantumly, you know what I mean? She kept every possible action that he could take, and she kept it. You know what I'm saying? So when that man got closer to uh, the surface, close into the storm, you see in the movie, it was just one of them, then it was two, then it was, you know what I'm saying, thousands of them. And before he knew it, he couldn't even do shit. You know what I mean? He was fucking up. And then he finally was able to, you know, you've seen the movie. But to break that down on the human level, you know what I'm saying, on how that coexists with us, the main reason is, you know what I'm saying, the key word, possibilities. You know what I mean? That's the definition of being omnipresent, is in the quantum realm. That's how everybody is omnipresent. You know what I'm saying? If you can believe in that. You know, if you take an action, for one, all of these are going to be doctrinated by your own thoughts. Every action, every possibility, you know what I'm saying? So knowing what your thoughts is and the true dynamics of the mind coming from that angle. So every possibility, you know what I'm saying, lines up. That's why esoterically is they don't believe in a God or a devil, because quantumly you put yourself in a position, you know what I mean? Not that saying that you're a bad person, or, you know what I'm saying, you're a great person. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a domino effect, you know what I'm saying? Or even deeper than that, it's literally I gotta put it, it's like you can't really change, you know what I'm saying, a formula. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that if you're a rude person, or, you know what I'm saying, if you're too nice, you can't, you know what I'm saying, you won't learn how to say no. That's not what I'm saying. But on the esoteric aspect of it, you know what I'm saying, you definitely you follow the formula, and the formula is the alchemical formula. You know what I'm saying? The way it goes is it's centered and it's fumed off of our soul. You see what I'm saying? And our soul fumes the spirit. The spirit is essentially our mind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks, like, if you study a little Kundalini energy, you know what I'm saying, Kundalini and those studies, or the Kabbalion, you know, the mind is in the center, is where the heart is. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say think with your heart, or, you know what I'm saying, you got all these scenarios and sayings about the heart really operating, you know what I'm saying, how you move, because that's what a mind truly is. The brain is just in your head, is a signal transmitter. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a frequency. It's pick up frequencies and give off frequencies. So quantumly, when you get to that dynamic of it, you know what I'm saying, you put yourself in different patterns. But it's just a lot of information that's withheld, so we won't know what, you know what I'm saying, this move can be harmful to us, you know what I'm saying, down the road, or we might not agree to, you know what I'm saying, the position we'll end up in. You know what I mean? But once you start to pay attention to those things, that's when you can make a different avenue. That's when you make the quantum leaps, is what they say. You know what I'm saying? So it's just paying attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Quantum reality moves constantly, man. Like that's really all. That's the real time. You know what I'm saying? That's the real fucking time. It's quantum. You know what I mean? It balances decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like they show it. They even had it in Lovecraft Country towards the end, when he was talking about. It was the same guy in the movie. He played in Lovecraft Country. He was a villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp, quantum-mania. And towards the end of this other picture movie he was in, Lovecraft Country, he went back in time and he ended up saving his father. You know what I'm saying? But his father remembered somebody saved him. You know what I'm saying? If you watch that series, he was saying it was a stranger with a bat. You know what I'm saying? Swinging like whatever. He said a baseball player, something like that. But you know, a stranger came through and you know what I'm saying, looked out. And the stranger ended up being his son. But quantumly, you know what I'm saying, that was the time, and then especially, you know, when his father was dealing with, and to bounce back to coexist to how life is, people deal with things and they don't really, you know what I'm saying, they don't really pay that much attention to it, you know what I'm saying, or they don't really know how to, you know what I'm saying, get out of it. Like they can't really center like they know what to do, but they can't get to it, if it makes sense. And those are blockages, you know what I mean? So quantumly, sometimes you have to get another version of yourself to, you know what I'm saying, get through to this. You know what I mean? It may come like coexisting, may come within the version of a child. You know what I'm saying? It may come within a relationship with a person. You find somebody, man, it's like a sister or brother to you. You know what I mean? Those things like they and then you say oh, that's a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? A couple. You know what I mean? That's the person's other half. You know what I'm saying? A part of them that's been, you know what I'm saying, in light years and all that type of shit, been lost, and they finally found another piece of them. You know what I'm saying? And now they move different. You know what I'm saying? You see people, we know these people, fucking, you know what I'm saying? They was single, they was one way, then they got with their significant other, and they just upgraded. They different. You know what I'm saying? It's all positive. You know what I'm saying? Or negative, what you may view, but in their life is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it just keeps shit on that. You know what I mean? That's the examples that, because I know a lot of people, when they explain it, they just throw out all the, you know what I'm saying, the big esoteric terminologies, things of that nature. It's a good, yeah, that's cool to know all that, you know what I'm saying, that's nothing, but that's just literally reading, that's, you know what I'm saying, regurgitating shit. But to go into it, you have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, match it up and, you know what I'm saying, sync it with the real world, because it was what, like I was explaining a while ago, the psychiatric part, you know what I'm saying, the like philosophy and things of that nature. Like that's why spirituality is really the key. Before that, you know what I'm saying, that's like psychologic shit is like, you know what I'm saying, it's the I'm trying to figure out, not the backbone, but it's like it's less than that. Put it to you like that. Lack of better words, it's less than that. You know what I'm saying? It's the spirituality. It's basically the way I say the soul operates with the spirit. The soul, you know what I'm saying, fuels the spirit. Spirituality essentially fuels the psychiatric part. You know what I'm saying, on how people think and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Reason being, we look at all of these mythologies. You know what I'm saying, what people will call religions. All these mythologies, you know what I'm saying, people break it down to a psychological level. You know what I'm saying? It's not to shame them, you know what I'm saying, but it's the reason why that shit is done. It's the reason why them people did it like that, other than, you know what I'm saying, for profit, but it was the reason why they did it like that. It was psychological. You know what I mean? If I can, you know what I'm saying, if you can understand it, your spirituality this way, the way, you know what I'm saying, I can get you to a pattern out, you know, so I could create a paradigm that you don't really have the control over. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's really key to hit on the quantum reality. You know what I'm saying? You want to create a paradigm that you move, you control. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you're a human, you know what I'm saying, we gonna deal with paradigm. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be repeated processes, it's gonna be emotions, but you have to be able to be on top of those emotions. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be the best position all the time because it's gonna become with tough fucking choices. So just wanted to share that, you know what I'm saying? And make it short, probably, you know what I'm saying, throw a little bit more on a little later, but for right now I just want to share that. And also, I'm definitely still getting down with the other two decodings on, well, fuck it, I might as well get into one of them right now, The Ninth Gate. If you ever seen that movie with Johnny Depp, it's from the 90s. There's one key part I just want to speak on real quick. Towards the end, when they was hiding, you know what I'm saying, there's one thing that pointed out, the aspect of Kundalini energy, you know what I'm saying, the power of sex and the dynamics of God and woman, you know what I'm saying, meaning the woman is God, you know what I'm saying. If you've seen the movie, he's been trying to find, you know what I'm saying, the secrets to this book. And it was supposed to be essentially about divination. And if you deal with, if you know what divination is, that's a fancier word for God. Everything that, you know what I'm saying, you would imagine that God could be, that's divination. That's why, you know what I'm saying, people deal with that. So he was trying to find that the answers to that, and, you know what I'm saying, through that book and see if the shit was real. So it was a woman that was following the whole time. She just seen him on the train, you know what I'm saying? And he was, once again, on a train. Trains are a symbol for a search. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in a dream and you've seen a train, or you've been on a train, you know what I'm saying? It's a symbol you've been waiting on someone, or you're searching for something. You're about to find something. You know what I'm saying? Something just around the corner type shit. But he was on that train in that scene, and that's what his that was his first interaction with the woman. No, it wasn't his first. That was his first. Yeah, that was his first interaction with the woman. He's seen her once in the class, but he never said nothing to her to then. But nevertheless, and that's when he was actually found it. If you really pay attention, he found, you know what I'm saying, what he was looking for, but he didn't realize it. So he's taking a ride. Now, at the end, when the guy who got Johnny Depp to, you know what I'm saying, go on this journey for him, look for the book and see what's to it. When he finally got it, okay, you know how the movie was. Now, to break down the dynamics, the esoteric dynamics of that scene, that's literally what people do when I was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying, on the quantum aspect of it. When you go into a religion and not get spiritual, you take a paradigm, you know what I'm saying, and create off somebody else's paradigm instead of looking at your own and creating and reiterating your own paradigm, making your own quantum leaps. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what that man did, because he took the book and he was saying, okay, now I got this, I got that, you know what I'm saying? And he was looking at the physical aspect of it. It was all about that book. You know what I'm saying? And all about the teachings out of that book. And he was trying to become it, but he was taking a wrong course. It's like everything he did was physical. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what people do today. You know what I'm saying? What people did in the past. So once he burned himself and he realized, oh shit, I done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He took himself out. And there was another way too on, that's how, well, excuse me, that's how a lot of people get, you know what I'm saying, misled. Like, well, I wouldn't say misled, but caught up. That's how dogma, you know what I'm saying, starts to get into play. You know what I mean? Like all these spiritual systems, you know what I'm saying, from voodoo, you know what I'm saying. Dick Gregory told you, voodoo just, you know what I'm saying, spiritual atom. So if that's a spiritual atom, you know what I'm saying, that's something that's like tissue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's tissue. Yeah, you got to pay for it, but it's tissue. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't worshiping tissue. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers not, I mean, it's important, well, we not centering, our shit about tissue. Like, we don't come over, invite friends over. You got like a fucking pile of tissue on the fucking table, all disgusting and shit. Like, which one's softer? Like, motherfucker, don't do that. You just fucking use tissue. So, but if people do that, you would look like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if that becomes the norm, that's the fucking norm. Nigga, you gonna see pictures of motherfucking cotton tissue in the motherfucking at the post office. Like, what the fuck? That's what it is. So it's truly about, you know what I'm saying, making your shift and going with your paradigm. And one of the key things on how to do that is being honest with yourself. Two, is definitely meditation. You know what I'm saying? It's not all the time like you have to be still. You know what I'm saying? It's a plethora. It's so many ways to meditate. So many ways to meditate. Look at meditation as the elements. You know what I'm saying? You can meditate in the dynamics of fire. You can meditate in the dynamics of air, in the dynamics of water. You know what I'm saying? The dynamics of earth. Like, it's all types of different ways to meditate. Because that's the way the elements are set up. That's how our mind operates. That's how our body operates. So it's all type of different ways to meditate. So it doesn't have to be silent. It could be fiery. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you know what I'm saying, a little rocky. It could be all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let the voices in. Sometimes you just gotta hit them motherfuckers. Sometimes you don't want nothing. You just hit chatter. Sometimes that's the chaos meditation. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta go in. You gotta go straight in. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio full moon. Well, not full moon, but Scorpio moon. You know what I'm saying? So might as well, you know what I'm saying, take full-fledged. You know what I'm saying? That's the Scorpio energy. Taking full fucking fledged. You know what I'm saying? So once again, just coming to you, sharing that. You know what it is, RG, Occult Society, man. Get with it. My next video, I'm gonna be definitely dropping that decoding for snowfall. And yeah, snowfall. What I was gonna bring to that was the dark side. The dark side and well, basically the yin and the yang, essentially. Just expounded on that and how Franklin and Leon, you know what I'm saying, were a representation of that. Just to once again sync what people do in everyday life, or just a typical everyday motherfucker, with the esoteric, you know what I'm saying, knowledge. Because a lot of people feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's designed that way. I don't blame them, they ain't crazy. They feel like you're joining something, you know what I'm saying, that the esoteric factors, it doesn't factor in until you believe it or you join it. No, the esoteric factors is telling you, just like motherfucker look up and say, hey, it's the sky, it's the sun. That's the way the esoteric factor works. You know what I'm saying? It's there whether you ignore it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I guess, essentially once you know it, you become a part of it, I guess. But like I said, get into that side of it. Just rock with it. You know the channel, subscribe. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. Take it or leave it. All right, RG, Occult Society. I'm out here.